the voice of the Valley, AM 1450 KBMW. Turntable Office, and welcome back to Optimum Athletes. This is our little segment we do every Friday here, giving you a nice little peek behind the curtain on some of our local athletes, and we always rotate Breckenridge, Wapton, NDSCS for the most part, and now on to the NDSCS part. We're talking with quarterback Jacob Mattick as the Wildcats are rolling and just pretty much blowing out everybody they're running into this year. How's it going today, Jacob?
Great. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, undefeated, so obviously you're probably not going to have too many complaints. How's the sophomore season going so far?
It's great so far. I love that we're undefeated, blowing every team out. It's nice coming out by halftime.
Tell me about some of the things that you think are really clicking really well for from an offensive standpoint, whether it's your guys winning the war up front, or if your pass catchers are really hitting their routes hard, or what are you thinking?
Well, everything starts up with up front. The O-linemen, they solidify the tone with everything. We come out the gate, first play of the season, Mike took a 75-yard run to the crib. So the run game is where everything starts at first, and then when the run game opens up, then the pass game's going to open up. So the O-linemen doing their job, running backs doing their job, having 1,000 rushing yards this year, and then obviously the pass catchers, they're having a great year too. They each have the top two receivers each have 6 to 7 touchdowns.
Oh wow!
Yes,
And
sir.
for kind of today's college football landscape, I know there's a ton of movement. And last year you were playing for the squad and had your season come to an end with an injury. Was there any thought of any movement, or you were like, I got unfinished business here, I'm ready to run it back?
Oh yes, sir. That was my first thing. I got to run it back. I got to go get this national championship for Izzy, Reese, and the entire city. We haven't brought a national championship here yet. That's what we're planning to do this year.
I'm excited to see it. Tell me about someone who has been really key to your growth and something that you've worked on a lot from freshman to sophomore year that you think you've improved most on.
A big key to my growth is probably Fernando Reese. He's really taught me how to manage the offense, because coming out of high school, I only ever passed the ball in high school, coming from a 95% pass team. Coming here, he taught me that I have to be able to manage a game being a quarterback. I got to be able to run the ball, throw the ball, knowing down and distance and all that stuff. And that's a big thing in being quarterback. I
love hearing that of what that shift feels like. So I'm sure it's a little tough to feel like actually trusting the run game a little bit when you had all that success from an air raid.
Yes, sir. It was very hard coming here being a big switch, because we run the ball about 50% of the time now, and I've never been used to that, but it's nice when you can have a running back take it 50, 60 yards in one play and make my job easy. I get to come off the field with a touchdown.
I'm just really happy you weren't here like 6-7 years ago when it was like 95% run. So I don't know if you'd be here.
Oh yeah.
But tell me a little bit about something that you think is an area that you guys maybe need to improve on just a little bit. I know that you guys are winning all the games, so it's kind of hard to fine tune a little bit here. But what's something that you think is going to put you guys over the top?
I think something that will put us over the top is if we come out the gate and start scoring right away. We've struggled a little bit with scoring in the first quarter if you look at the margins. We come out really hot in the second and third, but if we come out the gate as hot as we do in the second and third, we'll be unstoppable.
Awesome. Tell me about some of your pass catchers, and what do you think really makes your receiving core so versatile, I guess?
First off, we'll start with Trey. Trey's one of the best leaders I've ever seen in my life. He's always talking, always getting everyone involved, and his speed, too. His speed's really different. He never takes a play off, always running 100%. I can always trust in him. We have Ish, too. Ish, you should have seen the day he had yesterday at practice. Ish is any ball we throw up to Ish is going to come down with that, and everyone on the team will say that. Jesse Hawkins is the shiftiest receiver I've ever seen in my life. The way he moves, his ankles, everything, I don't know how all of his legs are still attached, the way he moves. DeAndre Neely, a freshman coming in this year, was a big step up for him. He's taught a lot of the receivers a lot of stuff coming from a D2 school, so he knew a lot of stuff. He's taught the entire receiver group a whole bunch of stuff.
What if you had to pick a running back to put next to you? Do you want a guy who's going to be going out for a lot of passes, or do you want a guy who's like the best pass protector you've ever seen?
I like a little bit both, and I think we have great mix-up in everything. Mike can do a little bit of both. TJ can do a little bit of both. Demarian's great at catching the ball, and then this other guy named Kenyon, who's new here, he's really big. He's like 6 foot, 220, one of the biggest running backs I've ever played with in my life. And it's nice when he's back there blocking for you, knowing he's going to stuff a D lineman.
Okay, what do you think was the easiest thing now that you already had a year of college football under your belt now as in your sophomore campaign, as far as just being on the field?
The easiest thing is that I've already had a year experience now, so already playing against all these defenses more than once, it's easier coming in knowing I've already seen it before. So going back watching film, like, oh yeah, this worked this game, it's gonna work again this game, because not a lot of the defensive coordinators in the MCAC switched up this year.
What do you think has been the your highlight of the season? If you had to pick out one moment or one play.
My highlight of the season was probably my worst game of the year, but last year losing to M West was one of the worst things in the world. That losing at home, I hate that. We can never lose at home at our home field. But this year, we went to their home turf and beat them. But I did not play my best game, but our running back, TJ Neal, had 4 touchdowns and 230 yards and stepped up big. But beating them was great.
Awesome. What would be your ideal fit for a 4-year school?
Ideal fit would probably be either somewhere warm down south or somewhere close to home in Minnesota.
Gotcha. And originally from Minneapolis, correct?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. And tell me a little bit about some of the matchups that you guys have coming up for to close out the year. I think you have one more regular season game, correct?
We have 2 more. We have Central Lakes tomorrow, which is the game I got hurt last year, so it's a little bit of a revenge game for me, but that will be good. And then we have Rochester coming in here for our final home game, which that's whoever wins that game will take the MCAC, the region championship regular season. So that's gonna be our biggest game this year.
Yeah, and then tell me about maybe something that you were looking forward to. Oh, I almost forgot to shout out the O-line. We got to make sure to loop back and show some love to the O-line too. What is something that you like about your group?
I love my O-line. They always have my back. The first day of practice, the O-linemen all came up to me and they said, if anyone ever touches you, we have your back. And that's the best feeling to have in the world, knowing the O-line will always have your back. And I always try to go out there, get them donuts, ice cream, whatever I can after a win, because I've only been sacked once this year, and one time in 6 games is amazing.
Yeah, hopefully a lot of donut runs then.
Oh, yeah.
And my final question would be, what do you think is going to be your area that on the field that you'd like to improve on to close out the year? You're just like, maybe I got to get a little bit more on the deep ball, or maybe it's making quicker reads, or what are you thinking?
My biggest thing I need to improve on is probably making quicker reads, because we pass the ball a decent amount, but I feel like my completion percentage can go up way more than we do, because I'm sitting around 60-70% completion percentage, but I'd like to bump that up to around 80 before we get to the national championships.
Goodness, yeah. If you're getting that kind of protection, then you gotta tell them I don't got an excuse, I guess.
Literally, you don't have an excuse.
Well, I'm looking forward to see how you close this out. Jacob Mattick talking some NDSCS football, and looking forward to also see where you're ending up next year.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you coming on. And this has been Optimum Athletes, once again brought to you by Optimum Rehab in Wapton. Now for a quick word from our sponsor.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.